Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered if it's getting a little hazy? Or noticed the summers feeling just a bit hotter each year? It's not just your imagination. Our world is sending us signals, and it's time we all learn to listen. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most critical conversations of our time: climate change and the incredible rise of global awareness that is shaping our future. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is climate change? Put simply, it's the long-term shift in global weather patterns. For millions of years, the Earth's climate has naturally fluctuated, but the changes we're seeing now are happening at an unprecedented speed, and the overwhelming scientific consensus is that human activity is the primary driver. Since the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century, we've been burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas on a massive scale. This releases greenhouse gases, like carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere. Think of these gases as a blanket wrapping around the Earth. They trap the sun's heat, causing the planet to warm up in a process known as the greenhouse effect. For a long time, this was a slow burn, something discussed mostly in scientific circles. But now, the effects are impossible to ignore. We're seeing more extreme weather events, stronger hurricanes, longer droughts, and heavier rainfall causing devastating floods. Glaciers and ice sheets, which act as the world's air conditioners, are melting at an alarming rate, contributing to rising sea levels. This isn't just a problem for polar bears on distant ice floes. It's a direct threat to coastal cities and communities around the globe, from Miami to Mumbai, from the Netherlands to the Maldives. The rising temperatures also disrupt delicate ecosystems. Coral reefs, the vibrant underwater cities that support a quarter of all marine life, are bleaching and dying due to warmer ocean waters. Forests, the lungs of our planet, are facing increased risks from wildfires. These changes don't just impact nature, they impact us directly. Our food security is at risk as changing weather patterns affect crop yields. Water scarcity is becoming a more pressing issue in many regions. The very foundations of our societies are being challenged. But here's where the story takes a turn. This isn't just a tale of crisis. It's a story of awakening. As the evidence became undeniable, a powerful wave of global awareness began to build. It started with scientists and environmental activists, brave voices who dared to speak truth to power. Think of pioneers like Rachel Carson, whose 1962 book Silent Spring alerted the world to the dangers of pesticides, sparking the modern environmental movement. More recently, figures like Greta Thunberg have galvanized an entire generation, proving that no one is too small to make a difference. This growing awareness has translated into monumental international action. A major milestone was the Kyoto Protocol in 1997, one of the first international treaties to set binding targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. But the real game-changer was the Paris Agreement in 2015. For the first time in history, nearly every nation on Earth came together with a common cause: to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably to 1.5 degrees, compared to pre-industrial levels. The Paris Agreement isn't just a document, it's a symbol of global unity and a testament to our shared responsibility to protect our only home. This global cooperation is a fascinating example of how civilization evolves. For centuries, nations often competed for resources and power. But the climate crisis presents a threat that knows no borders. A flood in one country can disrupt supply chains in another. A drought on one continent can lead to refugee crises on another. We're realizing that we are all interconnected, part of a single global community. This shared challenge is forcing us to collaborate, to innovate, and to think beyond our immediate national interests. And the innovation has been nothing short of spectacular. We are in the midst of a clean energy revolution. The cost of solar and wind power has plummeted, making them competitive with, and often cheaper than, fossil fuels. We're developing smarter grids, more efficient batteries, and groundbreaking technologies for carbon capture. Companies are redesigning their business models around sustainability, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because it's becoming the smart thing to do. Consumers are demanding greener products, and investors are shifting their money towards sustainable industries. This evolution is also happening at a personal level. People everywhere are becoming more conscious of their own carbon footprint. We're choosing to walk or bike instead of drive. reducing our meat consumption, recycling more diligently, and supporting local sustainable businesses. These individual actions might seem small, but when multiplied by millions, they create a powerful force for change. It's a cultural shift, a redefinition of what it means to live a good, responsible life in the 21st century. Of course, the road ahead is still challenging. We need to accelerate our transition to clean energy, ensure that developing nations have the resources to adapt to climate impacts, and hold our leaders accountable for their commitments. There is no magic bullet, no single solution. It will require sustained effort, political will, and continuous innovation. But the momentum is undeniable. What we are witnessing is the evolution of civilization itself. We are moving from an era of unchecked exploitation of the planet's resources to an era of stewardship and responsibility. We are learning that true progress isn't just about economic growth, but about creating a sustainable, equitable, and resilient future for all. The climate crisis is the greatest test our species has ever faced, but it is also our greatest opportunity, an opportunity to come together, to reinvent our world, and to prove that we are capable of rising to the occasion. It's a story of hope, a story of human ingenuity, and a story of our shared journey toward becoming better ancestors for the generations to come. Thank you so much for watching. What are your thoughts on this global awakening? What changes are you making in your own life? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on the big ideas shaping our world. See you in the next one.